Okay, it's evening now, and I prefer working in the evening in this room because there's not much of a glare. Okay, so we're working on adverb clauses, page 72 and 74 from our book. And page 72, the clauses are with the adverb when. Okay, but before we get to this, let's look at the adverb clause. The adverb clause, it contains a subject and verb. We spoke about that before. The adverb clause could come at the beginning of the sentence, in the middle of the sentence, or at the end of the sentence. Now, the dependent clauses that begin, with subordinating conjunctions, such as when, before, after, because, wherever, even if, etc. And there's other coordinating conjunctions. Okay, so when the sentence starts with a subordinating conjunction, it begins a dependent clause. So let me give you a sentence. Let's look at this. CPAC students, comma, after they watch our lessons, comma, are 100% satisfied. Okay? I'll say it again. CPAC's students, after they watch our lessons, are 100% satisfied. So the clause is in the middle of the sentence. After they watch our lessons. And there's a comma placed before and a comma placed after the adverb clauses. Okay. So here's a sentence for you to work on. And complete the sentence, and send the sentence back to me. Whether you like it or not, comma. And you see all these little dots? They're called ellipses. Okay, a whole bunch of little dots. That means you fill in what's missing. You have to fill in what's missing. Whether you like it or not, comma, right? Comma. And then you fill in with an independent clause, subject, verb, predicate, and then a period. And send it to me if I could review it, please. So, adverb clauses also ask questions. Why? When? How? Why, when, how? So let's look at the first sentence. He went to the store because he needed some eggs. He went to the store because he needed some eggs. He went to the store. That's a sentence in itself. He, subject pronoun. Went is a verb. To the store. Went to the store is a predicate. It's a sentence in itself. You could put a period there. But no, it doesn't have a period. It has an adverb clause. He went to the store. Why? Because he needed some eggs. Because he needed some eggs. That's the adverb clause. And it asks the question, why did he go to the store? He went to the store. Why? Because he needed some eggs. The second sentence. She makes dinner after she gets home. And there's a period right here. Okay. She makes dinner. That in itself is a complete thought. So you could have she makes dinner, period. When does she make dinner? After she gets home. That's your adverb clause. And it asks the question, when did she make dinner? The next sentence, John goes to the bank if he needs money, period. Okay, how? If he needs money, John goes to the bank. Now, these sentences, they could be inverted. So in the first sentence, we could say, because he needs some eggs, he went to the store. So we have to place a comma. Because he needed some eggs, comma, he went to the store, period. Second sentence. After she gets home, she makes dinner. Again, we have to place a comma. After she gets home, comma, she makes dinner, period. The next sentence. If he needs money, John goes to the bank. Again, we need a comma. If he needs money, comma, John goes to the bank, period. When we start a sentence with the subordinating conjunction if, we're creating a conditional sentence. There's different types of conditional sentences. Maybe we'll work on some of them later on. Okay. So again, little review. Adverb clause. An adverb clause contains a subject and a verb. The adverb clause could come at the beginning, middle, or at the end of a sentence. Also, when these adverbs are at the beginning of a sentence, they become subordinating conjunctions. When, before, after, because, wherever, even if, etc., etc., etc. They're subordinating conjunctions. They create dependent clauses. A sentence that we have here: CPAS students, comma, after they watch our lessons, comma, are 100% satisfied. Hopefully, that's true. Okay? We work hard to satisfy our students. And the sentences that we worked on with adverb clauses: he went to the store. Why? Because he needed some eggs. Because he needed some eggs, adverb clause. She makes dinner after she gets home. When does she make dinner? After she gets home. John goes to the bank if he needs money. How does he go to the bank if he needs money? Now, there's different types of adverb clauses. We have the adverb clause of place, and these are words that could be used in adverb clauses of place. Where, wherever. We have adverb clauses of time. Some words that could be used: before, after, while, whenever. Okay? Those are words that could be used in adverbs of time. We have adverbs of reason. Adverb clauses of reason. Words that could be used: because, since, due to, whatever. Again, adverb clauses of reason, we could use because, since, due to. We have adverb clauses of condition. Adverb clauses of condition. Okay? So we could use the infamous word if. We could also use even if, unless. Okay? Those words could be used in adverb clauses of condition. We have adverb clauses of purpose. Adverb clauses of purpose. So that, in order, in case. I'll say them again. So that, in order, in case. And the last, adverb clauses of contrast. We could use words like although, even though, whereas. Okay. So in our book, in page 72 and 74, there's exercises on different adverb clauses. In closing, I have a couple of minutes to close. I like to share with you a short story. I like to tell my students stories that make sense. There was once a caterpillar who was laying on the grass, and he looked up to his left and saw a branch, and at the end of the branch there was a beautiful, beautiful flower. And the caterpillar said, I'm going to crawl up the tree and I'm going to place a kiss on the flower. So he got ready. He motivated himself, encouraged himself, and crawled up the bark of the tree, started to crawl across the branch, got to the middle of the branch, huffing and puffing, and fell off the branch. And then the caterpillar went to sleep. That evening, the caterpillar had a dream that it was going to kiss the beautiful flower. So the next morning, the caterpillar woke up and looked up and saw the flower was still there at the end of the branch. And all the other insects, the ants and beetles, were laughing at the caterpillar. He, you can't do it, you can't do it. He, why are you doing it? You're a dummy. You can't succeed. So anyway, the caterpillar crawled up the bark of the tree, crawled halfway across the branch, got tired, and went to sleep. And a cocoon grew over the caterpillar, excuse me. Weeks later, the cocoon opened up and a beautiful butterfly floated out, went to the flower, and placed a kiss on the flower. What does that tell us? That when we have a goal, we need to work hard, and they may be setbacks, but if we work hard, we usually will meet our goal. Your goal is to learn English. You have the tools in your hand. Our program is helping you. We're helping you now online. Hopefully, in the near future, we'll be back in the classroom. But a lot of your success lies on your motivation. Please work hard. Read, read, read. Write sentences every day. Diagram the sentences. Send the sentences to me. Every time you have the opportunity to engage in a conversation with a person that knows English, please do that. If you're Latino and your friends want to speak to you in Spanish, tell them, no, let's practice English. I want to learn English. If you don't want to learn English, that's your problem. Or tell them to come to us and we will help them to learn English also. Remember the rule, 80% English, 20% your language. Take good care. We'll be speaking in the near future. Ciao. Have a good day.